Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to Santa Ana Stadium. This is a presentation of the EPSL and Modern Day Football. I'm Doris Burke's grandson, and this is sponsored by Wendy's. A beautiful day here in Santa Ana. We've got the Southlake Dragons coming to town. In an interesting matchup, they're sitting at 5-5, and for legal reasons, I do have to say we are not affiliated with Wendy's in any way, but we are excited for some modern day football. Obviously, the biggest story is going to be this 7-game win streak that the Monarchs come in on. They started 1-2 and are now second in the conference at 8-2, top of their division. And we are going to see if they can keep that momentum rolling against Southlake here today. My apologies. It's been a minute. Okay, so Southlake's going to start out with the football here. They're going to go with an empty look. And this modern-day defense, I would say, has been the key to their success on this winning streak, as you see some early pressure here and an early sack on cue and on time. It's going to be a combination between Orion Pierce and Bennett Alexander. And Pierce has just had a few phenomenal weeks in a row. Now 3 weeks in a row with a sack, as there's going to be a complete pass short left in the flat, gain of 3, not much going on there. So an early 3rd and long for Southlake. And as I was saying, this defense has been the key to their success over this win streak. And Modern Day is going to need them to play well here as they give up an early first down. Great completion over the middle for Southlake. And so an early pickup. Southlake has had somewhat of an up and down year. A few early empty looks. It looks like this is something they run a lot. And a sack of the oh, the ball is out. And it's going to be scooped up by Alexander. It looked like Pierce again. A combination of Pierce and Warbles, I believe. Bennett Alexander on the recovery. And I cannot say enough about how crucial this defense has been to modern day success. And it seems like every time I say it, something good happens, so I'm just going to keep saying it. 1st and 10 for the modern day offense, and it's great to have a game without rain. Quarterback Sean Bowe close to eclipsing 3,000 yards on the season. 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. He's looking to put some distance between that, but a big addition for the modern day offense is new wide receiver Dion Cooper, as Sean Bowe takes a shot. 1st and 10 over the middle of the field. That was almost picked. So the modern day offense trying to draw blood early here. Let's see if they get settled in a little bit. 2nd and 10. Great field position thanks to the turnover. This is going to be a screen out to Williams. He picks up a block. It looks like he'll pick up 8. 3rd and 2. And I would like to see them get Williams involved on the ground here. As good as the defense has been, Williams has been a great complement to that. That really is where they make their money. Sean Bowe going over the middle. And welcome to the league, Dion Cooper. The modern day edition with a reception down to the 1-yard line. He was close to making that first catch, first touchdown material, but this is, you got to think this is definitely Williams territory here on the 1-yard line. They're going to pass. Plenty of time. Sean Bowe just going to put one in the dirt. Looks like he was looking for Cooper again. Surprised they're not just giving this to Williams here on the 1-yard line. This is pretty consistently a touchdown for him. And a little bit of an announcer curse there. They will give it to him. He's going to lose 3. So a 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line, and you'd love to see them finish this drive if you're a modern day fan. Trips left for Sean Bowe in the modern day offense. Motions out Williams. That'll empty the backfield, making adjustments at the line. Down to the last second. To the end zone. It's dropped. Cooper couldn't hold on through the contact. And that's likely going to bring on the field goal unit. It does. So kind of a disappointment there for Mater Dei on the opening drive. With such great field position and in such a competitive league, you've got to turn those into touchdowns. And they had some chances to do it, just couldn't capitalize. They come away with points regardless. Mater Dei takes an early 3-0 lead. And they'll turn the ball over to Southlake. And every time this Mater Dei defense comes on the field, I get a little excited, especially with how dominant they've been lately. Taking a look at the receiving touchdown leaders, we do have one on this team. I'm not entirely aware of his name. But Southlake takes over on their own 27. Little play action here on first down, and that's going to be another sack. It looked like almost another fumble. Warbles, I think he gets the full sack there. It looked like it might have been split between him and another Mater Dei defender. That looked like Pierce again. Oh my goodness. Pierce and Warbles very early in this game are just having their way with the Southlake offensive line. 2nd and 20. Unbelievable effort early in this game from the Monarch defense. Southlake going to throw again out of the single back. And that one's blanketed by Marcus Battle. He'll catch it, and he won't pick up anything after. Battle, definitely the senior leader of this defense from his middle linebacker spot. 3rd and 14, last time. Oh my goodness, it looks like a lapse in coverage. This is going to be a touchdown for Southlake. And a blown assignment in the secondary leads to an easy Southlake touchdown. Quan Ball, untouched. And I don't know what kind of coverage that was, but let's hope Mater Dei doesn't run a lot of it today. So something we haven't seen a lot of is big plays against this Mater Dei defense. There's one right there. Looks like just a breakdown in the back end, and that's going to lead to 7 points. You can't do that in this league. You can't give away free points, and that's where you'd really like to see that early turnover turned into a touchdown instead of a field goal. But already a very interesting first quarter here. 7-3 Southlake under the sun. And we're going to see the Mater Dei offense trot back onto the field here, their first chance at a full drive. We did have an abbreviated one earlier. But not much time has gone by, and boy, it feels like we've already been through something here. 1st and 10. Trips right. Mater Dei loves this trips look. This is going to be a give to Williams. He puts on a move. He'll pick up 2. Here are the numbers for him last week. 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did add receptions and reception yards as well. Having an all-purpose great year for the Mater Dei offense. 2nd and 8. This is going to be a pistol look here. And it'll be another give to Williams. Defense was ready for it. Linebackers came up, made the play. Another gain of 2, so 3rd and 6. They go back to the trips. Motioning out Williams. Here's Sean Bowe to throw. He's going to look downfield. He's got him in. It's Cooper in stride. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Mater Dei. Welcome to the league indeed. Instant impact receiver. And you just can't draw it up any better than that. That is exactly what Mater Dei needed. You have to answer a lightning strike with a lightning strike, and they sure did there. First of many for Dayon Cooper. And if this is a precursor of things to come for him, boy, are we excited to have him on the team. I'm sorry, Mater Dei is probably excited to have him on their team. I am simply an unbiased commentator. So a 3-play, 73-yard drive. And another lead change. We have had what feels like 3 lead changes in about 3 minutes here. I can't verify if that is accurate or not. So Deion Cooper makes up for that drop in the end zone with a breakaway touchdown. Here is Lane Gregory for Southlake. Having a good year. And their record doesn't show it, but Southlake, this team, this roster is full of stars. They have a lot of talent. Great tackle from the outside linebacker Roberson there. He'll stop that one up for a gain of 3. But they do have a lot of talent, so we'll see how Mater Dei can match up defensively here. Another give. Roberson, another tackle. And he's doing it all himself. Great effort from 55. Bunch right here on 3rd and 6. Some of Southlake's best work early in this game has been on 3rd down. Tight end's going to motion left. Looking over the middle, he's going to complete that one to the tight end. Tackled by Battle. And another 1st down for the Southlake offense. And that looked like a pretty good concept there. Just a tight end trail route. You've got a shallow to draw those linebackers up and then throw in behind them. So a great conversion there for Southlake. They're going to motion over the tight end again and throw it to him out in the flat. He's going to throw back. I don't know. This must have been an attempt at trickeration here. Something we don't see very much in this league, and I think you get an idea of why there. A tight end throwing the ball back to a running back is something that might scare offensive coordinators nationwide. And here's a throw that is broken up by Avery Curtis, the free safety. He's having a great year as well. You could see him put a body on a body there, and another 3rd down here for Southlake. If you're the Mater Dei defense, you'd love a stop here. It looks like they bring an extra man, and it's going to be completed for a 1st down. Lane Gregory moving the chains early. And this feels like the only sustained drive of the game so far, and we're not even out of the 1st quarter. Not a lot of pressure on that down. Looks like they were just playing man-to-man across the board. Jameson just gets caught a little bit outside of that dig route, and they're going to pick up a 1st down. Now down to the 33 of Mater Dei. Gregory sends a man in motion. They're going to fake the jet, handoff back inside. That's Bennett Alexander and Orient Pierce Jr. for what I thought was a tackle for loss. They're going to say no gain. Bringing up a 2nd and 10. The Mater Dei defense looks like they're showing man once more. It's going to be a give up the middle. Strong safety Johnson there on the tackle. And another play for no gain. And another 3rd down for Southlake. This one's going to be thrown short of the sticks. Great tackle from Johnson to prevent the 1st down. Likely bringing out the field goal unit. So normally I would say the 1st quarter is a time for these two teams to kind of feel each other out, but it does not feel like that here in Santa Ana today. Tied at 10 to end the 1st quarter. And rarely do you see 20 points in a quarter, let alone the 1st. But here we are. Some big plays for both offenses, some big plays for the Mater Dei defense. We've got plenty of football left, folks. I do apologize. I was getting a drink of water on that return, and it looked like Malone was going to take that all the way. Quick look at Deion Cooper there. We are in, Mater Dei on the plus side of the 50 here. It's going to be Elliott in motion left. Bo looking to throw. He's coming back to the left, and that's Shockey, the sure-handed tight end, coming down with it. Quick 1st down. I love that play design. Looking right, throwing left, and that's a great way to keep the defense on their toes. If they can't read the quarterback's eyes, they're going to have a hard time figuring out these route combinations. So a good job there from the offense with a little bit of misdirection. Williams is going to get brought down for a loss of 1. I would like to see some more of that from this modern-day offense here. You don't want your offense to be static. As we see another completion to Shockey. He's going to reach out for the sticks and just fall about an inch short. Wingspan almost got him there. So 3rd and inches from the 21. First drive of the second quarter. Pop pass Kisling. And he's going to be brought down for a loss. It looks like the right tackle just got beat like a drum. And that is going to end the drive here. Well, you'd assume this field goal would end the drive. Correction. Second field goal of the day for Mater Dei. They take a 13-10 lead. And the play calling on 3rd down there is something that I would probably like to revisit if I'm the Mater Dei head coach. You take a look at that play, you take a look at how it ended, especially on a 3rd down where you'd like to keep the drive moving and maybe cross that one off the list. Quan Ball back out there. He's got close to 800 yards and 5 touchdowns on the year. And I think as far as wide receivers go in this league, there is a good amount of competition. Play action for Gregory. He's under pressure. It's Alexander. Solo sack for Bennett Alexander. 3rd one of the day for the Mater Dei defense. Quick 2nd and 21. The thing about Alexander is he's just, if you give him a step, he's going to beat you. Looked like 78 and White learned that the hard way there. And this Southlake offensive line continues to struggle early. It could be a key to look for as the game progresses here. 2nd and long. Gregory to throw again. He's going out to the flat. That's almost intercepted by Parks. An easy pick 6, and Parks just let it slip through his fingers there. That one's going to go down as a PBU. 3rd and 21. Gregory loading up. Hit as he throws. Skitters into the dust. And I believe that was Warbles with the pressure. And you got to think for this offensive line, if they are in a 3rd and long, 4th and long situation and they've got to throw deep, that is troubling for them. They've had their difficulty stopping the Mater Dei pass rush to this point. So a great stop from the defense there. They do get the stop on 3rd down, something that had eluded them previously. So we have got to be happy about that if you're a Mater Dei fan. Back to the trips right look. It looks like Shockey, the lone receiver on the left side. Bo going to look to throw. He will look for Shockey. Complete. And it looks like a gain of 11. 1st down. Staying ahead of the sticks, that's something that's very important to this offense. Even if it is something short or something underneath, they would prefer that if it means to keep the drive going. Williams motions out. Empty backfield for Sean Bowe, who's got time. He's going to pull this one down. Slides, and with the pull-up, he picks up 7. We don't see him run a lot. When he does, usually it's in 3rd down situations where you just got to make something happen. But right there, it looked like no one opened downfield. That's Cooper in motion. Short motion in. They will target and find Cooper. He'll pick up the 1st down. His 3rd catch of the day. So Cooper coming into this offense as the wide receiver 2 in his debut week has gotten the Lions' share of the work early. Bo to throw again. Downfield. I can't tell if it was Cooper. Broken up. Good contact there from the Southlake secondary. And this Mater Dei offense has not been afraid to throw the ball downfield. Elliott motions over. He throws to Cooper again. Gain of 7. They really are targeting this new addition here. Empty look on 3rd and 3. And another field goal here wouldn't be ideal. It looked like he was hit as he threw, underthrown, looking for Williams. We'll see what they want to do. They will bring out the field goal unit. And at a certain point, you've got to start capitalizing on these drives where your defense gets a stop. You've got to turn those into touchdowns. The best teams in this league That's exactly what they do. And when you build that comfortable touchdown, 2-touchdown lead for yourself going into the fourth quarter, you're going to feel a lot better about things than, maybe a one-score game like we've got here. 16-10 score update for our radio listeners. Mater Dei leads, closing in on the end of the first half here. And I've got to say, the biggest part of Mater Dei's success of late has been this defense. It continues to be this defense early in the game. Aside from that blown coverage early in the first quarter, they have played very sound on the defensive side of the football, which to me really is just more of the exception than the rule for this Mater Dei defense. You don't see that happen too often. Here's another handoff outside, brought down by Battle, 3rd and 4. And we've seen a lot of third downs for this Southlake offense. They've done their best at converting a few. This one a 3rd and short. Gregory going to go to his right into double coverage, and it looks like he caught it. He does pick up the first down. And that looked like pretty good coverage from Malone and Johnson on the sideline. This is going to be a challenge from the Mater Dei head coach. And I got to say, up here in the booth, I thought something similar. Let's take a look at this. Oh, that is hard to tell. He does bring that in. I think this is going to be a catch. Now that it's slowed down, it was hard to tell while that play was happening, but I think this is going to stand. Good job by the officials. That's an eagle-eyed sideline official there to make that call. Play action for Gregory. And he turns his back on the defense, whips it back around, completes one. He'll pick up a first down. I don't know if that's the misdirection that you're looking for if you're a Southlake fan. But they keep the drive moving here. Quick throw. And something that we've seen from Southlake that we haven't seen a lot is targets against Jamison. Jamison has been a standout corner for the Mater Dei defense. They've looked, oh, what a great tackle for loss by Dean there, the other defensive tackle. So both defensive tackles getting involved early as they did last week. Another third down here and another empty look for Southlake. He's got an open man. That's the tight end who breaks the tackle. Gregory picks up a first. And it looks like this will take us down to the 2-minute warning. So as successful as it feels like Mater Dei's been in this game, they only have a 6-point lead. Southlake driving. Down to the 2-minute warning. We've still got plenty of football left. And it starts with a 1st and 10. These 2 minutes are very important to the outcome of the game, and it's not dramatic to say that. Another completion of the tight end, gain of 3. Dean almost had a sack. But these 2 minutes are crucial to the outcome of the game. The number of games that we've covered where you look back and you notice a missed opportunity for points here, or maybe a score that goes against you going into half. Those things really do matter just as much as this third down here for Mater Dei. Gregory completes underneath. They're going to have a 1st and goal from the 4. Timeout taken, stops the clock at 42 seconds. So the Mater Dei defense has got to hold tough here. And for the Southlake offense, you're thinking, not a great offensive half, but we have a chance to take the lead here. Broken up in the middle. He's looking for the tight end. That has definitely been his go-to target to this point, a 2-second play. So a very quick play there for Southlake. 2nd and goal from the 4. Gregory rolls left, chased by Warbles and Dean, and they will combine for the 5th sack of the day. And that'll make this 3rd and goal play from the 8-yard line. One more big play for this Mater Dei defense could be huge. Gregory underneath, that's complete, and into the end zone, touchdown Southlake. Exactly what they were looking for to end the half. Trey Hutchinson on the receiving end of that one. And just a well-drawn up play. We kind of saw a similar concept earlier. You got two in-breaking routes. Defense is going to have to play one of them. The defense decides to play the one that's closer to the goal line. And they'll give up the touchdown here. 30 seconds left. Mater Dei still 2 timeouts. We'll see what they want to do offensively when they get the ball back here. They do get the ball at half as well, so they're going to have some opportunities. And another lead change here in this game that's just been full of them. So from the 27-yard line, we'll see if Sean Bowe and Dayon Cooper can continue that newfound connection. And it does depend on if the Mater Dei head coach decides to run this out. It looks like he will not. Motions Williams out wide. Bowe going to look to throw here. He does release one. That's Shockey. They're going to have to call a timeout. Gain of 8. So you're going to need some more plays downfield. This is where I know they would prefer to go underneath with those safer throws. Sean Bowe instantly pulls this one down, and it would have been much, much better to get out of bounds there. Another timeout. But now you've really got to take a shot here if you're Mater Dei. Bowe's got some time. Looking at the sideline. It looks like that's complete to Shockey, I do believe. And that's exactly what you needed. 11 seconds now. So you need another outbreaking route, something to the sideline. Caught and hopefully stops the clock. A play action as Bowe's got time. Nothing but time to throw. He's going to load one up. Incomplete. Now you're down to 4 seconds. Likely Hail Mary territory here from the 44. They're going to opt to kick a field goal, and this has got to be a monster field goal. We'll see. Look at the leg, just short. So an interesting call there at the end of the half. And it looked like just a few yards short from the Mater Dei kicker there. He has got some leg on him. But we will continue on into the second half here. Southlake leads by 1. Mater Dei receiving the ball to start the second half. And if you're Mater Dei right now, you'd like to see a sustained drive that ends in a touchdown. The reason they are down right now is because they have sustained drives, yes, but ended them in field goals. So this is time for the offense to go take that lead back with authority. Starting with a give to Williams. We haven't seen much from him on the ground today as he picks up 4. You would like him to get a bit more involved on the back end of this game. 2nd and 6. Here's another give to Williams. And he'll pick up 1. Credit to the Southlake defense. They have stopped the run well. 3rd and 5 here on this first drive out of halftime here for Mater Dei. Williams motions out. We've seen that look a number of times. Pressure coming. Sean Bowe lets it go. Underthrown and broken up. Looking downfield for Cooper again. Mater Dei is going to punt. Putting it back in the hands of their defense. And I'll tell you, there are worse hands to put it in. The Mater Dei defense has played well. And at a certain point, you are just going to give up points in this league. Every drive can't be a 3 and out. Lane Gregory, to his credit, has done an amazing job today as well. And he has faced some absolute torment there behind the line of scrimmage. But he's got the 2 touchdowns. And outside of that fumble early, which again, Mater Dei took a field goal after receiving the ball inside the I believe it was the 25-yard line. Gregory has done a good job. Pressure notwithstanding. Speaking of pressure, how about Bennett Alexander with another sack? Great job from Alexander there getting off the block before Gregory could get out of the pocket. Empty look for Southlake. He's going to go up top, and that's Curtis with another crucial pass breakup there. His second of the day, standout safety. And another empty look. They're going to go with a screen on 3rd and 15. He's got a block. Curtis with the first down saving tackle. So Avery Curtis doing it by himself there, ending the Southlake drive. Great stand from the Mater Dei defense. Like we said earlier, they do have a lot of faith in this group. And now outside of that early breakaway touchdown from Cooper, we haven't seen much other than the field goal unit from the Monarchs. So you would like to see some touchdowns start to go on the board. It looks like Elliott in motion. Here's a give to Williams, and they have had the answer for Williams on the ground today. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9. And if I'm the Mater Dei head coach, you got to get away from this. Early pressure drop from Shockey. Bo looked a little rattled. He had to get rid of that one quick. And now they're staring down the barrel of another 3 and out here unless they can convert on 3rd and 9. Bo to throw. Under pressure. Into the dirt, and they're going to punt it away again. A second consecutive 3 and out. The Mater Dei offense not really holding up their end of the bargain in this game so far. And one name I'm surprised that we haven't called yet today is Kisling. I don't even think he's gotten a target. You've got to find a way to get him the ball. He is your wide receiver 1. He makes clutch catches and clutch moments, and you've going forward, I would love to try and get him involved if I'm the Mater Dei head coach. So the Southlake 1-point lead lives on momentarily. Gregory rolls out and completes. Malone tackles him right at the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Now the Mater Dei defense being asked to do it again here. Gregory to throw. He's going to complete this one over the middle. Gain of 8. So a 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd down has been pretty consistently a Southlake leaning down. They're going to hand off for this one. He'll pick it up pretty comfortably here. So the drive continues for Southlake. First and 10 from the 47-yard line. Here is Gregory to throw. He's looking over the middle, hit as he throws, completed. And Battle removed number 7 from the ground. Second and 2. What we call a form tackle. My goodness. He'll be stood up after a gain of 1, so another 3rd down for Southlake. We'll see if they continue to do what they have been doing best in this game, and that's picking up 3rd downs. I've got to say that's at least for all the there's another conversion. For all the good Mater Dei has done defensively, 3rd down has been a tough down for them to get off the field. Parks on the tackle. So another 1st down. The drive continues for Southlake. And as they're looking to add on to this lead, underneath complete. Alexander looked like he was in coverage there. An interesting look defensively. Gain of 7. But this is what's kept their drives alive. They, to their credit, have kept the majority of their 3rd downs short yardage, somewhat easier to pick up. A lot of pressure. Gregory got that one off. And that's going to take it down to the 17-yard line. Southlake threatening. They are looking to add on to this lead, maybe give themselves a little bit of cushion. Another empty look here. Mater Dei would love a turnover. Motions left. Over the middle, caught, broken tackle. That looked like it was going to be intercepted almost and turned into a massive gain. Down to the 1-yard line. Bunch right here on 1st and goal. We'll see if the Mater Dei defense has got a goal line stand in them. To the flat, complete for no gain. Parks with a quick tackle. Bringing up 2nd and goal. Long, sustained drive for Southlake here. And it's a walk-in touchdown. So Southlake will score to make the lead 7. And we'll see if they turn it into 8 here on the extra point. And I do want to say this is a direct reflection of, there are going to be some fans on Twitter saying, oh, the Mater Dei defense needed to make a few more stops, but this is a direct reflection of the offense. I do want to straighten that out for the fans at home. They find themselves in this 8-point lead because of the inability to convert these drives into touchdowns rather than field goals. But still plenty of football left. Don't go anywhere. Mater Dei down 8. And boy, if you're on the Monarchs sideline, the only thing that you're hoping for on this drive is avoiding a 3-and-out. Let's just focus on picking up a 1st down. Let's just focus on trying to gain 5-6 yards at a time. And there goes Williams for another loss. The run game has been shut down almost entirely by Southlake today. The longest rush was Sean Bowe, I believe, gain of 7 earlier in that first half. They give to Williams again, and he is going to be brought down after a gain of 2. So he picks up the 2 that he lost, and this run-pass formula for Mater Dei has not been getting it done today. The play calling, I would like to see change if I'm a Mater Dei fan. As Bowe looks to convert this 3rd and 10, he turns around, heaves it into the sideline, and another 3-and-out. You're only going to get so many chances in these games, and especially now with you giving the ball back to Southlake, already up 8, they have a chance to essentially put this game away here with a touchdown going into the 4th quarter. Just a massive disappointment from the offensive performance side of things if you're a Mater Dei fan. Southlake, though, pressure coming from Malone. He's going to have to dirt this one. Gregory has been playing exceedingly well under pressure, and you've got to think this Mater Dei defense has to come up with a stop here to keep this a one-possession game. They have been let down by their offense at times in this game, but still within reach. I formation, something we haven't seen a lot of for Southlake. And they're going to run play action out of it. Gregory, taking his time, finds a lane. No pun intended on the first name there. He's going to pick up a 1st down. Back to the empty look. Southlake has had success running it today. Short of the sticks, and that route has been consistent. A consistent gain of 6 or 7 for them. Just a little hitch route there. 2 backs in the shotgun for Gregory here. He's going to drop to throw again. Pressure coming off his right side. He feels it and gets rid of it. There was a receiver in the area, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down here for the Mater Dei defense. Let's see what they decide to go with. I would stay away from man. play against the hitch route. It looks like it's an out, and it's thrown slightly behind him. And that, after the tackle by Marcus Battle, is going to stop the drive for Southlake. So this modern-day defense comes up huge to open the fourth quarter. The offense gets the ball back well within their own territory, down to the 12-yard line. And you would like to see some electricity from an offense that has been somewhat lifeless after the first quarter flurry of field goals and touchdowns. Sean Bowe looking to throw here. He rolls right, throws on the run to a covered receiver, and picks up one. And as you can see, statistically, the Southlake defense is nothing to write home about. In fact, in the bottom 10 of the league as far as takeaways, they haven't had any today, but they've done a great job of keeping Mater Dei and their playmakers out of the end zone. They hand off to Williams again, and he continues to struggle to get anything going. The rushing defense, as you can see for Southlake, inexplicably has been playing incredibly well today. Bottom 3 in the league in rushing defense, and have held the Monarchs to under 30 yards. Instant pressure. Bad throw from Sean Bowe there, and another 3 and out for the Mater Dei offense. 3 in a row in the second half. Time is not on your side. And you just can't keep putting it on your defense. They've played well, they've done their part, and at some point, you've got to go out and do yours. The one thing that we have seen from Mater Dei historically during this win streak is complementary football, the defense helping out the offense, and the offense helping out the defense, and you haven't really seen that here today. And I think that's a big reason why they're down. Southlake takes back over. They're going to throw short and complete for a gain of 8. Little quick slant there. They've been making their living on these quick throws. 2nd and 2. Play action. Gregory downfield, complete. Island trailing in coverage, and he's thrown for over 300 yards today. Close to the red zone for Southlake. And you got to think here with the time left in this game, a touchdown here likely puts this one out of reach for Mater Dei. Crazier things have happened, but Southlake back to the empty. This looks like man coverage across the board. Warbles gets home, his 3rd sack of the day. This defense doing everything they can. Even a field goal here is very dangerous for the outcome of this game. 2nd and 17, Gregory to the sideline, and that one should have been picked. Could have been. Broken up. Now a big 3rd down here for Southlake. Downfield all alone. Island beat in coverage. Southlake continues to widen the gap. Another touchdown for Trey Hutchinson. Gregory's 3rd passing score on the day. And give them credit. They are playing one of the better defenses in this league. This defense has gotten the better of them a few times, but not there. 31-16. We haven't seen Mater Dei score since the first half. We haven't seen them pick up a first down since the first half. And unless this is a quick touchdown, better start the buses. So the home fans for Mater Dei somewhat disgruntled at this point. This offense has under-delivered But as long as there's time left in this game, they can still pull it out. Elliott motions right. Shanbo to throw. This is going to be a quick one, complete to Cooper on the sideline, and he's going to pick up a first down. The first down for Mater Dei in the second half comes in the fourth quarter. Midway through the fourth quarter, I should say. Elliott in motion again. Screen right. Williams has a block, breaks a tackle, and it looks like he'll pick up another first. They've really got to increase the tempo here on this drive. Precious seconds are just ticking away. Now down under 5 minutes to go left in the game. Down 2 scores. You need something, and you need it now. Shanbo to throw. Plenty of time. Underneath. Elliott. Gain of 5. And while that does help out the yardage totals, it doesn't do much for the scoreboard as we're closing in on 4 minutes left. Elliott in motion again. Shanbo underneath, almost picked off. And this offense just continues to struggle. Trips left, third down. You got to think wherever you're at on the field here for Mater Dei is 4-down territory. Instant pressure, completes underneath, and Williams picks up the first. Way to make something out of nothing there. We haven't seen much from Williams today, but probably his biggest play of the day right there on 3rd and 5. You can see that pressure just come off from a blitzing defensive back. Williams, big broken tackle there to keep the chains moving. Now under 4 minutes. Bo to throw. He's going to pull this one down and slide for a gain of 2. Not really what you want to see. You got to start taking some shots downfield here. Plenty of time. 3-man rush. Bo completes to Elliott, and he's going to step out of bounds. That's a little bit better. Down to the 15-yard line. And it's tough to watch this because you think, well, where was this when you were down 1 point? Bo throws back left. Cooper drop on the contact there. Second down from the 15. That does stop the clock. There's Kisling in motion. Still hasn't had his first catch of the day. Shanbo has just been thrown into coverage consistently. Not a particularly good throw, not a particularly good day for him. And a big reason why they're behind. Cooper short motion. Over the middle, diving attempt from Kisling, and he's going to drop it. And if you just put that throw on him, you've got the first down. Instead, it's 4th and 10. You've got to go for this empty look. This is the ball game right here for Mater Dei. To the end zone. Looked like some contact, no flag. They'll turn the ball over on downs, and Southlake comes into Mater Dei. And it looks like they're going to come out of here with a win. So the win streak looking like it's going to end at 7. Still plenty of football left in the season. Just one of those games that you look back on, and it's not like they didn't have opportunities. They definitely had their opportunities and just didn't make the most of them. This was exactly what we were talking about early in the game. You have those 3 field goals, and if those are touchdowns, I mean, even if 2 of them are touchdowns, this is a completely different ball game here. And we're going to get a delay of game from the Southlake offense. Looking forward for the rest of the season here, Mater Dei still very much in the playoff hunt.
Still second down.
So not a loss that you're going to be You know, it's not catastrophic. It's not world-ending. But at home, you know, with your home fans, it is just a little bit embarrassing for a 500 team to come in here and kind of push you around a little bit, especially defensively. The Southlake defense, which has played uncharacteristically well. Long third down here. Pressure coming. It's going to be Battle and Warbles on the sack, something that we have seen a lot of today. Another timeout for Mater Dei. 4th and 20 from their own 5. So they will punt. Kisling set to return this punt here. Takes it to just past midfield. 2 minutes left in the ball game, and at this point we're really just looking to pad some stats offensively for Mater Dei. Bo going to change the play at the line and drop to throw. Underneath. Kisling catches for 2. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. And I know I've said this, but Kisling's first look cannot come late in the 4th quarter in a game that's already been decided. Another errant pass there from Bo. Just not a good day from him throwing the football. Accuracy hasn't been there. You've got to find your playmakers. Sailed that one on Shockey. Just another miss. Not much left to say about this one. A disappointment for Mater Dei fans, but and now a flag does come out. You got to wonder if this is going to be against the defense. That is a pass interference call. So the only way the Mater Dei offense can move the ball is if Southlake moves it for them, which they do on that 4th down. Sean Bowe looking for Elliott. He completes down to the 12-yard line. And maybe a score just to make this one look a little bit better. I spoke too soon. That's going to be Southlake's first sack of the day. Sean Bowe with time, completes to Kisling. Doesn't get him much. Now a 3rd and forever. Thanks to the Southlake sack. Trips left. Plenty of time. Sean Bowe goes underneath. Gain of 1. And we are just about ready to get out of here and get on to next week. As actually, that is going to be Cooper's 2nd touchdown of the day. So a great day for him. You certainly wish that had come sooner in the game. But all things considered, he has done his part as well. Made the most of the opportunities that he's had. He did catch the touchdown earlier, his 2nd today. But going forward, you've got to get Kisling more involved in this offense. As a number 1 receiver, to only have, 2 or 3 looks in a game. But to have those looks come late in the 4th quarter is just unacceptable from a play calling standpoint as they line up for the onside kick here. And this one looks to be recovered by Southlake. One-handed recovery. They will knee it out. Mater Dei, no timeouts. They will lose by 8. So Southlake going to come out of here with the win. Mater Dei going to move to 8-3 on the year. And a big win for Southlake as they move above 500, even with that one tie. But Mater Dei, as far as the AFC goes, likely going to retain the 2 seed, even after the loss today. And a lot of credit has to go to Lane Gregory, the quarterback for Southlake. He did face immense pressure throughout this one. And did a great job against a great defense. And outside of the consolation score for Mater Dei late, they just didn't do enough today offensively to get this one done. As we take a look at the stats here, Sean Bowe, 22 of 40, 257, 2 touchdowns. Completion percentage is pretty indicative of how this one went. And then another big stat right here, Williams with 10 carries, averaging less than a yard. Just absolutely no movement. But the bright spot for Mater Dei is their new addition at receiver, Deion Cooper, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. And this is the biggest story right here of this game. If you want to see how this one went, just take a look at Williams and Kisling's numbers. That'll tell you everything you need to know. A couple of pancakes offensively. Kisling had more pancakes than yards, which is certainly a problem. Defensively, Marcus Battle with an outstanding day all over the field. 15 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and half a sack. Caden Johnson played well. Avery Curtis got involved with a few pass deflections. And then there was the fumble. Let's see who forced that fumble. That was Pierce with the forced fumble, and I believe Bennett Alexander with the recovery. A number of sacks on the day. Warbles with 3.5. Incredible outing from him. Bennett Alexander with 2 of his own. Pierce with 1.5, and he continues to add to his numbers. He's really come on in the past couple weeks. Dean and Battle also with half a sack. So that is going to do it for us here from Santa Ana. We will see you in the next edition of Mater Dei Football on EPSL.